Hey guys, it's time for a brew. I refresh my coffee, and that is a dangerous thing at times, I'll tell you that. If it's getting cold, right, and then you put some hot coffee in there, it's a nice balance. You got to find that balance, because then you figure out, okay, how much sugar can I put in, how much cream do I put in to make it go back to what it was, and sometimes I really screw that up. But anyways, as you can tell, there is light. There's light coming in. Yes, I am doing this during the day. Oh my goodness. Mainly because I didn't do it last night because I got home really late and I was so tired, and I'm still pretty well tired. As the fair does that. It just takes it out of you. And yes, once I get done doing what I have to do when I'm there, I could leave and I could come home and then I could do nothing. But if any of you have ever watched Clerks, the first one, Randall says that, and I think I mentioned this in another video, but it just comes back to me every time I do the fair thing, or any festival for that matter. I hate people, but I love gatherings. And it speaks so truly and so highly of me, because I am that way. And not all people, obviously, but most people, especially new interactions, being an introvert, that you just don't, it's that weirdness of starting the conversation or whatever. But anyways, again, I hopefully one day I'll figure out some cool video to do that, talking about being an introvert and what that means for me. But anywho, so yesterday was pretty good. Nothing really super eventful, but as I went to the fair, I had to do this dreadful thing called parallel parking. Oh no. It's always nerve-wracking. I've always had pretty high confidence in myself to do that, because I don't know, it doesn't seem that hard to do. Unless it's super tight, and I mean like to the point where if I can't just and get in, and go, and there's at least some sort of a section there, and I don't want to do it. I'll circle the block until it either opens up or I'll find another spot. And I'm not lazy. I'll walk an extra block. I don't care. But got there and I was like, oh, there's plenty of room, and really there was. But there was enough that I felt like, I had an extra probably, I don't know, foot or two, or that's a foot, okay? And on your screen, this might actually be a foot. But no, actually, but it was really cool. I pulled up and just, okay, it wasn't like that. It was, and then it was, pull the front end around. It was nerve-wracking, because I don't ever parallel park, because I don't really ever park in a spot that I actually have to be close to any other vehicles. I usually try to keep away. But yeah, I did it in one swift pull to the side, back up, a little bit forward, and boom, got it. It was pretty cool. But yeah, the fair was not busy. I mean, it had little spurts and stuff, but it wasn't too bad. So for a food thing, to let you know what I had, it was a wrap. And it was weird, because this place calls it a grilled panini wrap. And any of you foodies would look at that and be like, well, which one is it? Is it a panini or is it a wrap? Well, let me tell you, because I didn't know either until I got it, what was going on. It is a wrap, technically, in all accounts, except for one thing. The only thing that they could call it a panini for. The grill marks. The grill marks were panini style, like you would have where the little thin lines, and they were at an angle. Oh my gosh, I got that. And it's like I could see it through the wrapper, because they were just using standard wax paper, and it was just like, what? This is the panini part. Like, what? Oh, people are crazy. But I really should just say grilled wraps with funny markings. But that's not what they're going to say. But the lady was really nice in that trailer. I am a plain person. I do not get veggies on any of my stuff. I'm not a big veggie person in my stuff. I can eat a salad, no tomatoes though, like chunks of tomato, chunks of onion, things like that. Texture problem, right? But so yeah, so I told her, I'm like, I no veggies, no lettuce, tomato. She's like, well, do you want cheese? No, lady, cheese totally comes out of the ground. It's like, no, come on, no, yeah, cheese is fine. And so she does that. And well, as she's making it, because she's like making it right by the window, like she's the wrap person, and then hands it off to the husband, I assume, and he grills it and hands it back to her. But she pokes her head out. She's like, "Sir, I'm gonna give you a little extra turkey and cheese." And it was like, and she said it like with that inflection, like, "I'm gonna give you some extra turkey and cheese." Yeah, sure. That's great. That's awesome. Yeah, sure. Totally cool with that. Because my big thing, and I'm sure this is, I don't know food costs that well, like for restaurants, obviously. So obviously they have discounts and whatnot. But anyways, I always figure if I order something that normally, you know, it's about a half and half or whatever, you know, vegetables to meat or whatever, I expect maybe a little bit of a discount, even if it's just a quarter, something, right? But no, you know, in this case, she's like, well, that's $6, you know, for this wrap. And I know that sounds a lot, but I'll tell you here in a second why that's not that much. But yeah, so she puts that on there. Well, I expect a little bit. Well, she didn't, but she did do that. I was like, that's cool, you know, either take money off or give me more food, you know, for that amount. And I don't care how, you know, again, I'm not picky. I'm not going to, you know, nitpick on any of that. But definitely just, you know, do something, you know, give me something. But anyway, so $6 does sound expensive maybe for a wrap. I don't know. Around here, maybe it does. But this wrap was huge. And in the case of when I make my wraps, they are about maybe, my wraps are about the size of my phone. Like, I don't make big ones like that. I always have like a little side dish. This one is definitely a meal on itself because it was like this big, like this long, and I'd say it was about, you know, that wide. Yeah, it was about that wide. So, you know, like all the way up to there. It was pretty big. It was pretty good though. The grilling part of it obviously would have been good if it was a normal wrap. They could have grilled it a lot longer and melt that cheese down, but it wasn't. It was kind of warm out, so I can understand why she didn't. But yeah, I went to. They had in the beer garden. They had two Steel Girls or something like that. I don't know, some country duo I don't know anything about. But you know, they play, so I listened for a couple songs, and I was like, "Do you even need me anymore? I got to get out of here." Like, so I went and walked around, like, I don't care about this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There wasn't a whole lot that happened last night, and then came today. I'm still watching WCS Europe. Of course, comes down to two Koreans, as you would expect for you StarCraft fans. You know, as Koreans, they just play StarCraft all day. But yeah, so today I got to do the fair thing, and then probably walk around, and then hopefully get groceries. I didn't go to church this morning because it's like I'm just tired, and I didn't want to have to drive all the way there and all the way back and all the way back up that way, and just too much extra driving. No need for it. But yeah, so hopefully get my groceries because I usually do that on Sundays, and that should be about it. So we'll hopefully be able to make a video. Probably won't be tonight, but if I get home in a decent hour, maybe I'll make another video just to make up for yesterday. I kind of felt like I put that magic booster opening up, so I felt like that was kind of counted as an extra video, but either way, I'm not going to make excuses. I'm just going to do it right, like an adult. Yeah. And I'm actually having coffee for a brew, right? This is awesome. I forgot to mention that. Oh yeah, I already did mention that. Anyways, I will catch you guys later.